Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is Dr. Robinson again, and we're going to continue our studies. This time we're talking about interval notation. Interval notation is a frequent option to express a set of numbers between two values, A and B. The parenthesis is used for less than or greater than. Note, values are not included. So if you have the less than or greater than symbol, remember to use parentheses in your interval notation. When we have brackets here, it's used for less than or equal to, greater than or equal to. Note the values are included. So let's take a look. We're reading from left to right. So here is our -2. All these numbers represent the real numbers between -2 and 4, not including -2 and not including 4 because they're open circles. So how do we write interval notation? Well, we have a starting number here. That'll be our starting number. So we start here from the left, reading from left to right. That'll be -2. So let's put a -2 down here. Put a little comma. Now our other number goes, the ending number is over here. It goes to 4 and stops right there. So that is our ending number, +4. Now, we got to remember, when you have an open circle, that means you have used less than or greater than. When you have a colored in circle, you use less than, greater than, less than or equal to, or greater than or equal to. And remember, when you use less than or greater than, you use the parenthesis. When you use less than or equal to or greater than or equal to, you use the brackets. So I'm going to put a pair of parentheses around this because we're using the less than, or I'm sorry, the open circle, and here we have another open circle over here. So we use these two symbols. So that's going to be how we write our interval notation. For the infinite symbol, we use it when there is no lower or upper bound on the line. For example, when we have x is greater than or equal to -3, well, there are a lot of numbers that are greater than -3, +3. So here we have a colored in circle because you have the equal to sign. So we're including this number, and it's just going on and on forever to the right. All those numbers to the right are going up. So we're talking about infinite symbol this time. So it's going on infinitely. So remember, we're reading from left to right. So first thing I'm going to look at is my symbol here, and I use the greater than or equal to symbol. So when I use that symbol, I use the brackets. So here's my first bracket, and my starting number is at the 3. Put a little comma. Now notice this keeps going on and on forever. It doesn't stop. So how do we write it? Well, we just put a positive infinite symbol, which is now how we are going to read this. So including the 3, but going up to infinity. Now infinity goes on and on forever, so it's not going to be equal to, it's going to go on forever because you cannot put a brace there. You have to put a parenthesis because this is going to keep going. So we have our interval notation, +3, and we're including that, and a positive infinity. So remember, read from left to right. And here's one. We got 4 less than all these numbers going this way. So let's write the inequality notation first. So we have x is less than 4. All these numbers are less than 4. 3, 2, 1, -1, and so on. So let's take a look. So remember, we start reading from left to right. So we're going to read from left to right. So notice over here on the left side, this goes on and on forever. It's starting at some number that we cannot count up to, so it's infinite. So we're going to use our infinite symbol once again. This time it's negative infinity because we're talking about negative numbers. And it's going, ending over here to the right at 4. Remember, reading from left to right at +4. And now let's see what we got. We got infinite symbol, and remember, as I said in the last page, we are not counting it because you cannot include it, so it goes on and on forever. Now let's look at the 4. Remember, if we use the less than or greater than symbol, we have parentheses. That's for less than or greater than, and that uses parentheses. So this is an open circle, and it's less than, so we use parentheses around this also. So let's check. And there is our answer, and we even wrote the inequality notation for this question. So here's something I plan on showing you in class, a little more notes. So let's try it and see if you understand what's going on. So here's our inequality notation. See if you can get it. -3 less than x less than 3. So remember, look at the symbol that we're using, and I'll even write that up here somewhere. If you use the less than or the greater than symbol, that means you use parentheses. If you use the greater than or equal to or less than or equal to symbol, that gives you the braces because you are including it. So here, we're not including it. So, okay, sorry about that. So we have -3 first, and that's where it starts at, and it ends at 3. So they're the less than symbol, so we're going to put parentheses around both of these, and this is what we should have. So if you said -3, comma, in parenthesis, +3, you are correct. How about this one? It looks a lot like that one, but the only difference I noticed is there's a equal to sign underneath it. So remember, when we use equal to, we're using the braces. So this is going to have a brace around in front of the -3, but this one used the less than symbol, so we're going to have a parenthesis around that. So it's almost the same as that one, but you have a brace in the front. All right, this one. Now this one would help us if we graphed it, so that way you can see what's going on. X greater than or equal to 3. So I know I'm going to use a brace here. So we're starting at, looks like 3, and we're going as far as we can go. And let's take a second just to graph it so we can take a look and see what it looks like. So at 3, so it's gone on and on forever and ever to infinity, positive. So we have starting at 3, so that would be our first number, and we're including the 3, so that would be a brace, and going on to infinity, so we have to use a parenthesis. So that looks like this. So brace around the 3 because it's equal to, and going on forever to the right. Now let's look at this one. Looks just like it, except we have the arrow pointing down the less than, so that means we're going to be using one of the parentheses. And let's see, let's draw this one because the picture helps a lot. So let's go less than. So circle, and this should have been colored in, by the way, because we're including it. So we're going this way as far as we can go starting from the 3, and it's going towards negative infinity. So let's remember, reading from left to right, we start off with negative infinity, so that means that's going to be a parenthesis, and you're starting with negative infinity, and it's ending at 3, and remember, this is not including the 3, so we'll have a close, I'm sorry, and a parenthesis. And there you have it. So here's 2 more for you. You figure them out, bring them in the class. Let me know how you do. If you have questions on this, I like the last one. It should be a good one. So I hope you found this lesson helpful and easy to do. Remember, we're on YouTube. Check out our latest math release, Math Prep 17. We're working currently on Math Prep 18 for this year. Remember, my channel name is Dan Robinson. You can tweet me at drobmath1 and let us know how we're doing with these videos. So hopefully you're enjoying this, and I hope to see you in class tomorrow. If you have any questions, write them down. Rewatch the video if you need to. Bye-bye.